Yeah.
I never dreamed of getting in law enforcement. My goal was I wanted to be a doctor. I enjoyed medicine, and I decided I needed a job that I could make a living at and help me with my career to get into medical school. So I thought being on an ambulance, being a paramedic would be ideal. And at the time, CHP didn't have paramedics on their helicopters, they just had EMTs. So I worked out in the rural area quite a bit. I worked out in Mendota. And we would transport the patient in their helicopter, and we would get in the helicopter with them as a ground medic. And the first time I did that, I thought, man, this is cool. How do I do this?
From the time that she did her first flight in our helicopter to the time I met her was probably 2 or 3 months. Well, the kids, I think, really were comfortable with us both being officers, and I don't think they ever felt there was any danger out there. We just kind of try to play things down so that kids wouldn't worry.
But they don't know any different. That's all they've been around, and they grow up around here. This is home to them.
Back, open the door.
Okay. I have him in sight.
Door sliding back.
And I'm losing sight of him now.
Okay, that door's locked.
Okay.
Double check my tension strap. I'm still good.
Okay. It's your call.
Do not have sight. I'm looking. What? Okay, slow your forward.
Going forward.
Up left.
And coming left.
Place is coming down.
Okay.
And you're going to have to come back 10 and up just a couple. Actually, hold your left.
Holding left, back
10 back 10. Nice job, Victor 34. We'll see you on the next one.
One of the most difficult calls to deal with was when we transported a CHP officer who had his leg traumatically amputated in a motorcycle crash.
Essentially, he pinched me in between the curb and his vehicle. So his vehicle hit my handlebars and I kind of lost control a little bit. And in the process of running up against that asphalt curb right there, it caused me to go up the curb, lose control, whatever, and I got ejected from the motorcycle.
And it happened in town. He was transported to our trauma center by ground ambulance, and then we transferred him to the Bay Area to a hospital that specializes in reattachments.
You know, I remember thinking about my family, and I remember thinking about my career with the CHP, what was going to happen with that, because, you know, that was how I supported my family. That was, you know, my job, my full-time job.
Probably the hardest part was when his pregnant wife came in to say goodbye to him before we left, and she just looked at me with this look on her face like, take care of him. And I told her I will do everything I can. I'm just going to give him a ride. He's stable, but we'll take care of him.
All I know is that the pilot, Jeff Andrews, and the flight officer, paramedic, Andrea Brown, had transported me to San Francisco, and how Andrea had, you know, really done a lot for me, for obvious reasons, in that flight, and kept me alive, kept me stabilized, and above all, kept me pain-free.
This is honestly not bragging about our job. This is the epitome of flying, and we get to do law enforcement, EMS, search and rescue.
could hardly wait for her to retire. She's been a CHP officer for 31 years. She's definitely completed her career as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, I'm going to retire and just enjoy traveling for a while, I think, and just doing whatever I want, whenever I want.
Probably do the job till she was 70 if she could, but she realizes that, you know, all good things must come to an end.
I could not have asked for a better career. I'm kind of glad the medical school thing didn't work out.